Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to examine Jesus' most startling claim that he is the Son of God closely. You see if it stacks up. To do this, we're going to take a deep dive into the final house of Jesus' life before his execution. The scening is as follows, and has been recorded for us by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. This is dead at night. Jesus has been arrested and hauled before a religious court, filled with his avowed enemies. They envy his popularity with the people. They are unable to match his superior intellectual capacity in religious debates. And he teaches the following miracles, which they cannot. They see that our influence being eroded, so they're on a mission to take him out. To do this, they need to prove he's committed some crime worthy of death. After hours of intense questioning, with nothing to show for it, in a strident outburst, the high priest, no longer able to restrain his hostility and frustration, stands and shouts,
"I charge you under oath by the living God. Tell us plainly, are you the Messiah, the Son of God?"
Silence grips the room. What will Jesus, this humble carpenter from Galilee, with no formal education, say? Calmly, Jesus replies,
"Yes, I am. But I say to all of you, from now on, you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of power and coming on the clouds of heaven."
The court aroused, unchecked rage ensues, is immediately turned for blasphemy and march off the pilot to face execution. Now, let's examine Jesus' reply in detail. At first glance, it seems cryptic, uneven, contradictory. Is he the Son of God, or is he the Son of man? The answer is that he is both. When we look at the backstory behind this affirmation, we immediately understand why it's not this startling claim. You see, in his reply to the high priest, Jesus references a well-attested and widely accepted prophecy about the Messiah made by the prophet Daniel, found in the Old Testament. Daniel, in chapter 7 of his prophecy, says,
"In my vision in the night, I continued to watch, and I saw one like the Son of Man coming with the clouds of heaven. He approached the Ancient of Days and was led into his presence. And he was given dominion, glory, and kingship, that the people of every nation and language should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion that will not pass away, and his kingdom is one that will never be destroyed."
There's no room for doubt here. Jesus publicly identifies himself as the Jewish Messiah, who is by default God's Son, and whose rule will extend over all the nations forever. Now, I'm sure you'd agree, just because someone claims to be a son of God, that does not make him what he claims to be. Even the emperor, Caesar Augustus, made the same claim, yet he doesn't have 2 billion followers. So, what are we to make of Jesus' astonishing claim? Now, before we dismiss it, we must take an objective look at the evidence and then decide. C.S. Lewis' famous Trilemma question provides a helpful lens to look at Jesus' claim, both objectively and rationally. Lewis contends that if we skip over the extraneous data and focus on the important stuff, then we're left with only 3 options to understand Jesus. He is either a liar, a lunatic, or Lord. Let's look at liar first. The accusation that Jesus was lying in order to gain power and fame can be easily dismissed. Let's return to the courtroom scene again. Jesus was asked directly to confirm or deny his claim to divinity.
"I charge you under oath by the living God. Tell us plainly, are you the Messiah, the Son of God?"
With the certainty of being nailed to a Roman cross in the next few hours, and with it an agonizing death before him, the best thing Jesus could do, if he were lying, would be to deny his claim so that he could walk away, albeit shamed as a charlatan, but alive at least. So why didn't Jesus just deny the claim? The answer is because he knows that he is the Son of God and that if he were to deny it, then he would be Goliath. The next option is that he's crazy. We could say that Jesus is very sincere, but sincerely wrong. He just thinks he's the Son of God, but he's delusional. So let's look at Jesus' character to see if there are any signs of mental illness. In the teaching of Jesus, for example, in the Sermon on the Mount, found in Matthew 5-7, we see the breadth and the depth of Jesus' understanding of the human condition. His intellect and his wisdom demonstrated in the analysis of the complexity and inconsistencies of human behavior were unmatched then and even today. He offers profound solutions, yet in a manner simple enough for a child to grasp. Here's a sample of Jesus' teaching on giving to charity.
When you give, don't blow your trumpet as the hypocrites do in the streets, so that they may be praised by others. Truly I say to you, you've received their reward. But when you give, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly.
The thing is, Jesus just doesn't get the profile of someone who's mentally unhinged. He's humble, self-effacing, compassionate and generous, and operates on the highest level of probity. Attributing mental illness to Jesus just doesn't fit the character of Jesus that's portrayed in our biographies, which leaves us with our final option, that he is who he claims to be, the Son of God. Jesus' character, manner, wisdom, intellect, compassion, and healing powers are exactly what we'd expect God to be like if he were living among us. Now, I realize this is a very bold assertion to make, so you really ought to check out the biographies of Jesus for yourself. And you can find them on any Bible app. I also would like to add, the Bible doesn't say that Jesus became God, but God became man, the man, Jesus, of Nazareth. This is explained very well in Paul's letter to the Philippian church. Here's what he says.
Jesus, the Messiah, existing in the form of God, did not consider equality with God something to be grasped, but emptied himself, taking on the form of a servant, being made in human likeness, and being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient to death, even death on a cross.
Which begs the question, why did God become a human? And then, why did he have to die? We'll consider this question in detail in the next lesson, and the answer may surprise you.